the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Coming up, it's the final game of Wildcard Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between the Denver Broncos and the New York Jets. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Harris. That is caught by Callaway. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Harris. And that's complete to Adams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a give right side. Callaway. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Broncos will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Now Wilson on first down. To Mixon on the check down. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 2nd and 9, Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. From the gun, it's Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. Here's Wilson to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Looking to throw. Harris. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Adams. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, Can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Jets will take over first and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They'll throw on first down with Wilson. This goes out wide from Nixon. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Elijah Moore, 41 yards. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On second down, Callaway. A nice run right there, and we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of, and here's a man right here, NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year, and look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn pressure up in the postseason. So let's see how he handles things early.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Here's second and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Brings up the 3rd down. To throw. Harris. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there. 61 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Mixon with a first down and more. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On 2nd and goal, Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Harris. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Harris. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming. let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, Harris. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
And plenty to praise on the play, but this is also a bit of a breakdown defensively because you've got to be right on him when he makes the catch. Otherwise, he has the ability to really make you pay, and he does right there, picking up excellent real estate after the catch.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 21-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. Room here to run. Fighting his way through contact. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
69 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
On first down, Mixon. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 12-yard line.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Dancing to his left. And so close, he gets it to the run. Out of bounds right there.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. Here's a run with Mixon. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Now it's Wilson. Being chased, and he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Zach Wilson taking it in from a yard out. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Sly is up and good. Time here in the second quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a throw here, hauled in, and he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Completes this to Callaway over on the right side. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now Harris on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
Boswell's kick is good. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they really won't have much time to work with. Just 19 seconds showing on the clock. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now Wilson. And bringing it in, it's Davis. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is, and doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs a year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Throwing is Wilson. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia.
And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spend in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Harris throwing on first down. And finding the tight end Hooper. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Now a give right side. Callaway. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
52 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll keep it on the ground. Callaway, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10.
At the Jets' 12-yard line.
Looking to throw. Harris. Ebron caught left side. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Now a give right side. Callaway, and he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 2nd down and 4, Wilson flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
On 1st down, Wilson. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's a big play that time by the Jets. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Joe Mixon. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are going to retake the lead.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
They go play action here on first. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Carl Lawson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back to throw. Harris. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a big play there for the Broncos. They'll run on first down. Callaway. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30.
82 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Working with a 2nd and 3.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Operating from the gun, Harris. Touchdown! It's complete. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Broncos are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
They'll try and run it here. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Returning from his end zone is Ty Johnson. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
A handoff to Mixon. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now Joe Mixon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Third and 2, now Wilson. And Thomas has it. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from him.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Here's a give to Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
On first down, Mixon bulldozes past him.
97 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
About this offensive line, they're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Now a throw here to his running back. Touchdown, Jets. Joe Mixon. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead.
Slide for the PAT.
And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th,
as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. On 3rd down, Callaway. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Here's Harris on 1st down. And it's complete to Adams. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
To throw is Harris on 1st and 10. That is caught by Callaway. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there. 33 yards. And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Boswell good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. They go play action with Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. How good has he been throwing the football, though? Despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And, Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football and it leads to more completion.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They try to eat some clock with Mixon. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Wilson. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. This is going to be another first down as they make the tackle at the Broncos' 44-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Wilson to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll push the lead up to 8. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender, because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
He'll look to throw. Looking deep here for Ebron.
And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Second and 10.
He's back to throw. And that's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
to throw. And that's complete to Adams. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll look to throw. And he'll take a shot here for Hooper downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. He hits Adams complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here now, a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
The touchdown saved their playoff lines momentarily. Now for the 2-point conversion. They're going to try and run for it. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Now Wilson connecting with Mixon. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing now is Wilson. Looking long for Thomas. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. First throw in overtime now for Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Thomas. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you. And he's going to score. It's a touchdown. No flags. And in an overtime thriller, they are moving on to the playoffs.
No rest. They get to keep playing.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.